The sun had just begun its ascent, casting a golden hue across London's iconic Tower Bridge. Beneath its towering arches, the River Thames glistened, whispering stories of time long past. Amid the gentle lapping of the water against the embankment, the vibrant sounds of the city swelled as tourists wandered, their laughter blending seamlessly with the calls of seagulls overhead. Standing by the river's edge was Thomas, a weathered fisherman in his 60s, his hands calloused from decades of toil. He breathed in the briny air, feeling a deep connection to the river that had cradled his dreams and sorrows. Each day he cast his line, seeking solace and a sense of purpose amidst the bustling chaos of modern life. With the gentle tug of his line, he felt the rhythm of existence, an eternal dance between man and nature, woven together by the quiet murmur of the river's current. The early morning light filters through the soft mist rising from the Thames, casting a gentle glow on the water's surface. Thomas feels the familiar chill of dawn, a constant companion in his solitary life. As he leans against the weathered wooden pier, he meticulously prepares his fishing gear, each movement a dance he knows by heart. The glint of hooks, the tug of braided lines, these rituals bring him a sense of peace amid the cacophony of London. With a quiet sigh, he casts his line into the depths below, watching the ripples spread outward, merging into the past as they vanish from sight. In these moments of waiting, he reflects on the river's ebb and flow, finding solace in the stories it whispers to him. Life, like his fishing, is a delicate balance of patience and hope, where every cast could bring forth a dream or reveal a lost opportunity waiting just beneath the surface. As Thomas settles into his routine, the river becomes a silent confidant, holding the secrets of his past. He reflects on the thrill of his most memorable catches, a hefty salmon that put up a fight, and an unexpected eel that slipped through his fingers. Each story he shares is tinged with nostalgia, akin to casting bait into the depths of his memories. The gentle splashing of the water provides a backdrop to his musings, transforming each tale into a metaphor for dreams that shimmer just out of reach. The fish symbolize the aspirations and missed opportunities of his life, their elusive nature paralleling the fleeting moments he cherishes. As the familiar sounds of the city hum softly around him, Thomas feels the profound connection between angler and river, recognizing that within every ripple lies a tale waiting to be told, urging him to listen more closely to the whispers that echo through time. As Thomas sat beneath the shadows of Tower Bridge, he felt a stirring within the water, a resonance that echoed through time. The gentle lapping of the Thames whispered secrets, stories untold by generations of fishermen who had stood where he now sat. Each ripple seemed to carry a memory, swirling around him like a soft caress, urging him to listen closely. There was something alive in the river. It pulsed with the heartbeat of history, a reminder of the lives intertwined with its currents. He closed his eyes, allowing the sounds to envelop him, and in his mind's eye, he envisioned those who had cast their nets before him, their laughter mingling with the song of the water. It was as if the river itself were a keeper of dreams and fears, a witness to the enduring human spirit. This deep connection stirred a sense of recognition within him, the realization that he was part of a larger tapestry, woven through centuries of longing, hope, and resilience. As the sun began its descent, casting a mesmerizing palette of oranges and purples upon the surface of the Thames, a palpable shift enveloped the air beneath Tower Bridge. Thomas paused, his line resting lightly in the water, feeling an inexplicable heaviness settle around him. The familiar sounds of the lapping waves morphed into an echoing melody, an ancient song that seemed to reverberate through time itself. An unsettling yet exhilarating warmth coursed through him, igniting his curiosity. The atmosphere thickened as dusk deepened, an electric sensation sparking in the air. Shadows danced at the edges of his vision, swaying like whispers longing to be heard. He glanced at the towering structure above him, its stone arches now shimmering with an ethereal glow. In that moment, Thomas felt the weight of past lives pressing gently against his soul, urging him to listen closely, to understand the tales hidden in the depths of the water below. As the sunlight dipped lower, casting long shadows beneath Tower Bridge, Thomas suddenly felt a pull, something ancient and compelling tugging at his very essence. A rush of wind swirled around him, carrying with it the scent of salt and the murmur of distant voices. In an instant, he was enveloped in blinding light, the world around him swirling until it settled into the vibrant tableau of the 1800s. He stood on the riverbank, the Thames alive with activity. Boats bobbed gently, and fishermen worked with a cadence he could feel in his bones. The sounds were a symphony of clinking nets, laughter, and lively chatter. Thomas marveled at the authenticity of the scene, a stark contrast to his solitary existence. His heart raced as he witnessed the camaraderie of the fishermen, their lives woven into the fabric of the river. Everything felt familiar, yet foreign, awakening a longing he couldn't quite articulate. As Thomas stood in the bustling scene of the 1800s fishing community, his gaze landed on Eliza, a vibrant young woman with laughter that danced through the air like the twinkling river reflections. She moved with a grace that belied the toil of their world, her hair whipping in the wind as she shared tales of her dreams of adventure beyond London's constricting embrace. "Wouldn't it be splendid to sail across the sea, to taste the salt on our lips and feel the freedom of the open sky?" she mused, her eyes shimmering with hope. There was an undeniable chemistry between them, an ancient connection woven through time, igniting a warmth in Thomas's heart. Her aspirations highlighted a universal truth he recognized all too well, the yearning for more, for liberation from the invisible chains of circumstance. As they spoke, laughter erupted, weaving a tapestry of dreams and desires, uniting their souls across the centuries. The air is thick with the scent of salt and the promise of the day's catch as Thomas mingles with the fishermen of the 1800s. Weathered hands expertly haul nets, weighed down by shimmering fish, laughter ringing out over the gentle hum of the river. He observes their camaraderie, a tapestry woven from shared struggles, threaded with tales of adventure and loss. They exchange stories, recounting the elusive giants that got away and the thrill of a bountiful haul, their voices filled with both joy and sorrow. Thomas feels a deep connection to these men, each familiar face carrying the weight of generations, bound by the same relentless tide. He watches as they gather for a meal, the warmth of a communal hearth brightening their weary spirits. The simplicity of their lives resonates with him, a stark contrast to his solitary existence beneath the Grand Tower Bridge. Yet amidst the toil, there's a palpable sense of pride. They find joy in each day, a shared hope for a better tomorrow. As laughter danced through the air, Thomas felt a warmth envelop him, filling the space beneath Tower Bridge with an energy long forgotten. The fishermen gathered along the riverbank, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of lanterns as they celebrated the night's catch. He could hear their voices rise in song, weaving harmonies that echoed like whispers from the past, each note rich with joy and camaraderie. In the midst of it all, Eliza laughed freely, her spirit infectious, as she shared stories of good fortune and dreams of adventure. A sense of belonging enveloped Thomas, connecting him to these spirited souls who found solace in each other's company as they faced the river's uncertainties. He reveled in the moments of genuine connection, their shared meals punctuated by stories of triumph and loss. In this fleeting world, every smile captured the essence of humanity's journey, blending seamlessly with the rhythms of the Thames. As Thomas stood among the fishermen of the 1800s, a somber hush fell over the lively chatter. The laughter of the previous moments lingered like an echo, now overshadowed by an unforeseen heaviness. He watched as one kind-hearted man brought forth a battered old coffin, draped in brittle seaweed, a vessel for the lost at sea. The community gathered, faces drawn, eyes glistening with unshed tears. Thomas felt the weight of their grief. Each line etched on their time-worn faces told stories of families torn apart, dreams buried beneath the waves. The air thickened with the scent of salt and sorrow as they shared memories of those now gone, their tributes echoing across the waters. It struck Thomas with profound clarity. Life is ephemeral, each moment an irreplaceable thread in the fabric of existence. In that heavy stillness, he understood. The river carried not just fish, but the bittersweet legacies of love, loss, and the enduring bonds that transcend time. As twilight deepened, Thomas and Eliza found themselves perched on the bank, the water shimmering like a sea of stars. Their conversation turned earnest, and Eliza's laughter faded into a solemn contemplation. I fear I'll always be trapped, she confessed, her eyes reflecting the struggles etched in her heart. Dreams of the sea calling me, yet my life feels as confined as the cage of my own making. Thomas felt the weight of her words, echoing with the longings of his own youth. The river's whispers seemed to carry their shared hopes, drenching the air with both yearning and despair. But isn't longing what makes us human? Thomas replied thoughtfully. The choice to chase those dreams, despite the shadows that loom, is what gives life its beauty. In that moment of connection, they understood that every challenge, every sacrifice would shape their destinies, weaving their stories into the very fabric of time, like the currents beneath their feet. As Thomas stood beneath the fading light of the 1800s, a bittersweet weight pressed upon his heart. The laughter, the camaraderie of the fishermen, and Eliza's vivid dreams began to shimmer and blur, like reflections on the surface of the Thames. He felt the gentle pull of time, an unseen force urging him to return. Her voice, filled with longing and hope, echoed in his mind. Will we ever be free? In that moment, the vibrant colors of the past began to dissolve into the encroaching dusk. The sounds of the river morphed back into the familiar lapping, yet the essence of their shared dreams lingered in the air. He closed his eyes, feeling the current rush around him, the whispers of history intertwining with his soul. With a deep breath, he surrendered to the tide, realizing that while the past was slipping away, its lessons would remain forever etched in his heart. As the last echoes of the past faded, Thomas blinked, disoriented. He found himself once more beneath the towering silhouette of Tower Bridge, the comforting yet haunting whispers of the river echoing in his mind. The cool air kissed his weathered skin, a stark contrast to the warmth of Eliza's laughter that still danced in his ears. Memories of the fishermen, of their hopes, laughter, and struggles, swirled within him, reminding him of the fragile thread that connects all lives across time. Thomas cast his line into the Thames, feeling the gentle tug of water against the rod. Each splash seemed to carry the weight of untold stories, deepening his understanding of longing and aspiration. As he sat in contemplative silence, he realized that while the past may remain elusive, its essence shapes the present. The river, with its eternal flow, cradled the dreams of both old and new, urging him to listen, to cherish, and to keep those whispers alive.